Although Susan Smith admitted to authorities that she was responsible for the deaths of her two sons, a Union, South Carolina jury still had to determine her ultimate fate. In his closing arguments to the jury, defense attorney David Bruck said, quote, "Judy and I have watched over Susan, and now it is time to entrust her to you. I would like to ask you to watch over her family, whose broken hearts are now in your care. I would like to watch over Wendy, who told you yesterday how she does not know how she will tell any more bad news to her little boys. I would like you to watch over Iris Rogers, who still wonders about the day she let Susan off to an empty house. I would like to ask you to watch over Billy Shaw and Debbie Green and Kay Dillard, who still wonder if there was something. Do you remember Kay Dillard yesterday? If there was something different they could have done. I would like you to watch over Jenny Ward, who did her job, but it turned out that just her doing her job was not enough. I would like you to watch over Lee Harrison, that very poised young woman, Susan's cousin, really more of a sister, who testified in the first phase of the trial and talked about how she had always worried about Susan, but when she had children, she thought she would be okay, because the children at last were the anchor for her. And don't you know that now Lee wonders, what could I have done? I would like you to watch over Officer Mungo, who is a professional, who is a correctional officer, who is not going to come in here and give you her opinion. But you knew from listening to her she hopes for Susan. She hopes for the best for her. And Susan, whatever your verdict is, will go back into her custody, and it will be her job to help carry out whatever you decide. I would like you to watch over Hetty Harrison, who testified through her tears, that's Susan's aunt, about the agony that all of this has been for the family, and who relived that terrible moment when Susan said to her during that 9-day period, "I wish I could take back time." And Hetty now knows that she was trying to tell her, but she couldn't bring herself to do it. And if she had told Hetty first, it maybe could have done something to protect her as the legal system unfolded. Not to get away with this, but to protect her a little bit so that when all the truth came out that she would not have been so alone. I would like you to watch over Walt Garner, who loved these boys as much as anyone, and who still goes home, and will go home tonight, to his house with that shop out back and Michael's little fingerprint still stuck on that old car that Walt can't bring himself to go back to working on anymore. And I would like you to watch over Scotty, and over Linda and Susan's mother. And despite everything that you have heard, I'm going to ask you to watch over Susan too. She doesn't know that she can go to the people who care about her. That, as you heard, is part of what is wrong with her. That is part of her illness. She said in her confession, "I never felt so lonely and so sad in my entire life." Her judgment is impaired, but yours is not. Yours is not. So this time you go to her. She will be all alone again soon. You remember Officer Mungo's description of her cell. She will be all alone soon to resume her awful struggle with suicide. Just do this for her. Don't leave her just yet. Stay with her just a little while. Watch over her." End quote.